All right, friends, here we go. We're going to dive into our first exercise of part 2. And today is all about letting go of stress. Now, my guess is that if you're taking a meditation course, then stress has some sort of impact on your life. And a lot of times my students will say to me, Emily, I need my stress. Like I teach a lot of CEOs and a lot of actors, and oftentimes my CEO clients say, Emily, I need my stress. This is the thing that gives me my competitive edge. And my actor-artist clients say, Emily, I need my stress. This is where I create from. I need my hurdy-poos. This is what gives me my creative genius. But you guys, hear me when I say this. Your stress is not doing you any favors in the performance department. Stress actually makes you stupid. And if you want to know why, I want you to remember back to that lesson about the saber-toothed tiger, about why the human body reacts to stress in the way that it does. When our body gets stressed, it launches involuntarily into a fight or flight stress reaction. And all of that stress, all of those chemical reactions that happen in the body are actually disallowing you from performing at the top of your game. When your body starts, dumping acid into your digestion and acid onto your skin, and your adrenaline levels increase and your cortisol levels increase, all of this is costing you energy that you could be using for the task at hand, for the present moment. And so this is why this guided exercise is going to be so important. Anytime you feel stressed, you can just go in and do this, clear that stress out of your body, start to flood your brain with dopamine and serotonin, which are bliss chemicals, which feel amazing, and then you're going to be able to perform at the top of your game. So as a recovering control freak, one of the things that really helps me when I get stressed is to remind myself that I'm not 100% in charge. I'm not 100% in control of the way that life shows up. Now, I'm not suggesting that you just get high and play video games on the couch all day. We obviously have to take action in our lives, but I believe that we co-create our reality with nature. I believe that we have to take action, but we also have to surrender to nature when it shows up, because I believe that nature has more information than we do. So, actually, an analogy I want to share with you is that of, when little kids are in the grocery store and they're driving those little plastic toy cars on the front of the shopping cart, and then the mom is behind them pushing. To me, this is what we humans look like to nature. We think that we're driving our lives. We think that we're in control. We think, I'm going to make $1 million by the time I'm 30. And nature's just pushing the shopping cart thinking like, oh, look how cute that human is. They think they're in charge of their life. And so sometimes I know it seems like a scary word or a scary concept, this concept of surrendering, but I actually think it's one of the most brave, powerful actions we can take, to surrender and trust that nature actually knows what it's doing, that maybe, just maybe, nature has more information than we do. So to help us surrender into this and to help us let go of this illusion of control, I'm going to give you 2 techniques. We're going to do something I call the 2X breath, and then one of my favorite techniques just called let go. So we'll start with 2X breath. And all this means is that we're doubling the length of the exhale versus the inhale. So if you're inhaling for 2, then you're going to exhale for 4. If you're inhaling for 3, then you're going to exhale for 6. And the beautiful thing about this is that you can even do it while you're walking around, because sometimes if we're really stressed or really amped, we don't feel like sitting down and meditating. And so this is something you could do while you pace around and expend some energy. So let's start by inhaling through the nose for 2. And exhaling through the mouth for 4. Really good. Inhaling through the nose for 2. And exhaling through the mouth for 4. And if you're doing this while you're walking, you can inhale for 2 steps and exhale for 4 steps. And let's elongate this. Inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 6. Again, in for 3 and out for 6. And if you feel like you're ready to go ahead and sit down, this might be a good time to do that. And I recommend that you have your back supported and your head free. And you can go ahead and close your eyes if you like. And you can just do this for a few more rounds. Inhaling, let's take it to 4, and exhale for 8. So we inhale through the nose for 4, and exhale for 8. Really good. In through the nose for 4, and out through your mouth for 8. And you can start to take this in your own time, just doubling the length of the exhale from the inhale. And you can keep doing this on your own, and I'm going to talk you through why we double the exhale. So the 2x nerve is a really powerful way to calm your vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is the thing that connects your brain to your body. It's the thing that can get you out of fight or flight and into stay and play. So you're just doing this on your own. You're inhaling and then doubling the length of the exhale. And as you're doing this, just noticing that your body starts to soften, that you start to bring your awareness into the body, into the present moment. You know, our stress hangs out in the past and the future. Stress is a byproduct of reviewing the past and rehearsing the future. And so as we practice 2x breath, it's a beautiful way to bring ourselves into our body and into the right now. So we'll do a few more cycles of this, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 8. Really good. Beautiful. And now keeping the eyes closed, we're going to move into an exercise of surrender where you're going to be silently thinking the words let go. So on each inhale, I want you to silently think the word let, and as you exhale, silently thinking the word go. And you don't have to worry too much about the tempo. You don't have to worry about focusing on these words. You're just hearing them as a whisper of an echo in the background of your mind. Just breathing in, let, and breathing out, go. Letting it be ever so gentle in the background of the mind. Just hearing let, go. And noticing that your body will start to surrender and let go as you gently think these words, using them almost like a mantra, almost like an anchor to de-excite the nervous system, to give your body some rest. Like you're hitting the reset button and the recharge so that you can go back into your life with even more clarity and even more awareness. And again, if you feel like you might be falling into sleep, or if the mind is racing, that's all A-okay. Just know that you have these words, let go, to come back to like an anchor. And noticing that your body is doing just that as you start to hear these gently in the background of your mind. Reminding yourself that thoughts are not the enemy. You're absolutely allowed to have thoughts. When you notice that you've taken a mental field trip, A-okay, that's your cue to gently float back to the words let go. You're doing great. keep the eyes closed, but we'll let go of these words inside, almost like we're cutting the cord to an anchor, and gently bringing our awareness back into the body, back into the room. And as you're starting to bring your awareness into your body, starting to take some deep breaths, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And I want you to just listen for the answer. You don't have to consciously think about the answer. Just know that me introducing these questions into your body will wake up your body's innate intelligence. And some of the things I'll say will be true, some of them won't be true, but all of them will have a bit of an emotional charge. And so what we're doing is that we're just clearing the emotional charge to help get rid of some of the stress. So what if I knew that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be? How do I trust that I'm actually ahead of schedule? Why did I get so stressed to begin with? Don't I love my illusion of control? How do I see that it's actually an illusion? How do I trust that nature has my back? How would I act if I knew that I could not veer off my destiny? Wouldn't I have more fun? Wouldn't I feel more brave? Wouldn't I be willing to let go and trust nature? Why do I love my illusion of control? Doesn't it feel safe? Aren't I scared that if I let go, that I'll just be a lazy person? How do I see that that's not true? How do I see that the more I surrender, the more I let go, the more present I am in the right now? Don't I know that the more present I am, the better able I am to show up in the world? Isn't it time for me to show up as the most amazing version of me? Aren't I ready for that? I want to be more fun. How do I see that this stress isn't serving me? How do I give my body permission to let go of it? How do I thank this stress for getting me where I've gotten and simultaneously let go of it because it's going to keep me from getting where I want to go? Isn't that true? The tools that got me here won't get me where I need to go. Aren't I ready to step into my full power? Doesn't the world need my unique flavor of gifts? How do I trust that I'm ready? And taking a big, deep inhale through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And again, a big, deep inhale through your nose. And this time exhaling, letting go of anything that isn't serving you. And one final time, biggest, most delicious inhale you've taken all day. And as you exhale, just letting some sound out and releasing any stress that's left over. So good. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, we can start to slowly, gently open the eyes. Good job. Bravo on taking a moment to let go of stress and to really get present and step into the most amazing version of you. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Pretty much.
It's so much grace on